The day after Week 17, many people call Black Monday because of all the head coaches that are fired in the NFL. We talked about Lovie Smith, Ken Wisenhunt is also out, Chan Gailey's out, Norv Turner's out, many GMs, Romeo Crennel is out from Kansas City, Pat Shurmur is out, many more will probably come from the management level, but Andy Reid is one of them who has been axed today. Now, the reports came out that he was fired on Friday, but the Eagles nixed all that, so I guess we have to take their word for it. Either way, the same scenario played out. Andy Reid is gone after 14 seasons in Philadelphia. They went 4-12 this year. They went 8-8 last year. They lost 8 straight games. Now, many people are saying, will he go to the Chargers? Probably not. Will he go to Arizona? Possibly. That intrigues me a little more. Either way, pretty tough. He started in 1999. He's 54 years old. A 130-93-1 record, 9 playoff appearances, 6 division titles. There it is. And he lost 1 Super Bowl. His oldest son, Garrett, of course, died in training camp because of drug addiction. Not an easy year for Andy Reid and his family. He also had to fire his good friend Juan Castillo as the defensive coordinator, and he also fired Jim Washburn. 0 playoff wins, however, since 2008. Now, I applauded him because with a horrific season that you had the dream team last year with Vince Young and Michael Vick. You know, they signed Nnamdi Asomugha, a good team. They should have been better, obviously. But I applaud him for putting on this face. Granted, a lot of people are going to call it inauthentic. I applaud him for putting on this face and putting on the happy face. And not just that, but not lashing out at players. Not saying what could have been done better. Always focusing on the next game. Many of us are very honest people, and we could not do half the job that Andy Reid did. We could not have done 10% of the job that Andy Reid did with the Philadelphia Eagles since 1999. But the fact that he went into every press conference and just, he said, hey, we're trying to get better before next week's game. He sounded like a man that was beaten, but he didn't lash out. So I applaud him for that. The biggest flaw, according to Rich Hoffman of Philly.com, he did not connect on an emotional level with the fan base. He simply coached well enough and consistently enough to raise their expectations to a place where they had never been. He threw too much, and he butchered the clock for years. And he lost every press conference, but he made the playoffs 9 times and went to 5 NFC championship games and 1 Super Bowl. It was not enough for him or for you, but the reason was because of those raised expectations. Saying that he threw too much, I think, is bullshit, to be honest with you. And I'm not saying Rich Hoffman is BS, not at all. I'm saying that one part is, because the transparency that has occurred in the NFL with many teams now throwing the ball 30 to 50 times, that's because of Andy Reid. So, running backs are, so easily replaced because they're so big and so fast and so good. But saying that he threw the ball too much and that's a problem, that's the NFL now in 2012. So, whatever. And then he continues. Make no mistake, Reid deserves to be fired. I agree. After an 8-8 and 4-12, it is time. But as he sped away on that security card on Sunday night, which he means at MetLife Stadium, heading for an unknown future, it was hard not to wonder about what life is about to become for the Eagles. Because whoever replaces him has to know that the job is harder than the one Andy Reid took over in 1999 because the expectations are so much greater. That is the man's legacy. Pretty good stuff right there from Rich Hoffman. So the replacements, not refs, but the replacements for the Philadelphia Eagles head coaching position. Firstly, John Gruden will always be thrown out there, yet he seems so comfortable at ESPN. What about Jay Gruden, the younger brother of John Gruden? Chip Kelly of Oregon, Bill Cowher, always mentioned, Mike McCoy, Ben McAdoo, Packers quarterback coach, Bill O'Brien, who took over at Penn State, and they had a pretty good year. Nick Saban, that name will always be floated around as well. Stay in college, Nick. Vic Fangio, the 49ers defensive coordinator, and Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator of the 49ers, are a few other names that are being mentioned. For all the Eagles fans, who would you guys like to see? Who would you like to see become the new head coach? What other changes would you like to see for 2013? Leave all those thoughts in the comments section below and subscribe to TYT Sports.